the EU member states. In a statement, they said, "We cannot allow uncontrolled mass crossings, the instrumentalization of migration or other hybrid threats to create the perception that illegal entry into the European Union is possible, and that a migrant's illegal entry into legal can turn into a legal stay." Well, Farah Ali is a director of DePaul University's Historic Department of Hispanic Studies. She says migration has historically been used as a political pawn.
Ceuta and Melilla, for that matter, people often talk about these two cities together. They're, these unique Spanish enclaves on African soil, right, with this very long colonial history. And so Morocco views these cities as occupied enclaves, whereas Spain views them as sovereign territory. So, given this, underlying tension regarding sovereignty, migration oftentimes, unfortunately, can become a pawn in the political landscape. So is that the case right now? I honestly don't think there's sufficient evidence, supporting that, particularly considering that this is also coincided with the Throne Day in Morocco, which is a national holiday. It is a moment to celebrate national progress and stability. And so, in my view, a border crisis would have actually served to hurt the country's image. But that said, historically, border control has actually, been absolutely leveraged in politics, and mainly because Spain relies on Morocco to act as this sort of external border guard. Morocco is a country that, as I mentioned, contests the sovereignty of these cities. So that makes it a very complicated relationship and a complicated role to hold, And, movement in these border spaces, then it's directly tied to the political discussions and bilateral concessions between these two countries, right? Like, security, cooperation, trade, even the Western Sahara recognition, which actually, by the way, was actually a trigger for a similar influx back in 2021. Where there's also a significant influx to migration to Ceuta back then. So yes, I don't think we can definitively call this like a deliberate political move, but I wouldn't dismiss that possibility either.